What is up? Philadelphia. It is Eagles time on here on Dynasty Pylon. We're going to talk about the rookies coming in, new additions coming in, how it's going to turn out this season, that and much more here on Dynasty Pylon. Let's get it. All right, Philadelphia. You guys went 10-1. And then the grand question of what in the world just happened? You guys were set, you guys were ready, you guys had it all. It was right there laid out for you guys to win. You dropped the ball. What happened? I don't know. It the last 6-7 games were just really not you guys. It was like what just happened? You guys, I don't understand. But looking at the way it turned out, and you guys blew it in the wild card, so it was like a Tampa Bay. So it was like 32-9. It did not look what you guys brought in. Could have been the drama with AJ Brown. Could have been like, personally, me from what I saw, I want to say it was a lot, and I mean a lot to do with the defense. The defense kind of seemed like it just plummeted towards the end. You guys gave it up. It was all offense, and the offense couldn't keep up. The offense couldn't handle it every single time, to where the point where defense just was letting everyone through. And to me, like, that's, they say offense is now the new key, and offense is running it, and defense is no longer like the defense runs championship type role. Like, that's totally wrong. Because of what I saw last year, the defense just gave up. And that's kind of what happened. So, I mean, there's more bigger questions on other besides that, but I mean, you guys had it. Hopefully this year doesn't look as bad towards the end of the season. It looks like you actually fix it, and I mean, look, you guys brought in a lot of key pieces, and we'll be talking about that. I mean, I understand that the big loss of Jason Kelsey, which no one's going to replace that guy. I mean, no one's going to replace that guy, and I don't think the talent there is replaceable for quite some time. But other than that, though, you guys have the weapons for it. You guys brought in some key pieces for it, both sides of the ball. So we'll see what happens. As for free agency goes, there's a lot of moves. Avante Maddox coming in as a corner. Will Greer as a backup. I mean, I know it's nothing special there, but I mean, they signed him, Will Greer, and then Kenny Pickett was also the other guy they brought in as well. So to back up Jalen Hurts. So they're not nowhere as good as Jalen Hurts, because if you ask me, Jalen Hurts has got to be like top 5 for sure coming in this year. Then you guys got some linebacker help at Devin White. So, and then you guys brought in CJ Gardner-Johnson, which I'm really excited for. I think you guys needed that. I think that guy is going to bring in what the Eagles missed out on DBs. I mean, you guys always had good DBs, but I think with CJ Gardner-Johnson being back, he's going to step into his role and it's not like he ever left. Because in Detroit, he did nothing. Detroit was just like, why am I here? Why did I even sign here? I need to go back home. Philadelphia's my home. Type of deal. So he's back. Good for him. I can't even remember the freaking deal what it was, but I think it was Devin White was the 1 year. Garner Johnson was just a 3 year, I think. 3 year, 33 million. Yeah. So it's 3 years, 33 million. And then the bigger one of all the signings off season was Saquon Barkley coming in. And I think that's awesome. Good for you guys. This guy's probably going to be the best running backs you guys had in like years. I mean, look what Miles Sanders did 2 years ago. Look what DeAndre Swift did last year. Saquon Barkley is way better than these guys. And if you guys stick to the plan that you guys finally figured out, you guys have running backs, right? Because before it was to a point where, why don't they utilize the running backs? And this was like 4 or 5 years ago. It's like, why aren't the running backs used as much as they should be? Up until 3 years ago, they finally started using them, their main lead back. So good for them, and I think that's helping them a lot, because the running backs are a big change of pace, if you ask me. So They're there with Saquon. It's going to definitely change the pace. It's not all going to be Jalen Hurts. It's not all going to be relied on the two big receivers, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So it's going to be good quadruple threat there with also with Goddard. So bringing him. Then you also brought in Devontae Parker, which could also be some help as well, but nothing like crazy, extraordinary, great. But I mean, it is some help. At least it's probably the best number 3 receiver yet being said in a while. So I like what they have. I like what they did for the off season. Brought in some weapons. Brought in both sides of the ball. Uh, I think the Eagles are going to be I'd say a little bit better than last year. So hopefully this doesn't happen again. Hopefully that this new team, this new era, this new atmosphere that they're bringing in changes what they should have won. Because I do expect them. I do believe that the Eagles have what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Do I think that Jalen Hurts is going to win a Super Bowl under this uniform? Yes, I do. And it should be soon. If it's not this year, I don't know, because I don't know how long, Saquon, like Saquon got a 3-year deal, right? A 3-year deal that could easily be changed or could easily just plummet if he, like, he's in that age. He's getting that age where, like, around age 28 with running backs, they just kind of tend to lose their I don't know what their edge, their athletic. I don't know what it is with running backs in age 28. They just kind of downfall. Now, I'm not saying that's all of them. I'm just saying there are some outliers. There are some outliers that kind of still produce, but not all of them can be as good. So with that being said, I hope that with this team that they brought in, I think everything should look a lot better. I mean, obviously this team is very young still on some kind of placements, that especially on the defense. So speaking of age and being young, let's talk about these rookies, right? Uh, they came in with essentially almost a lot of picks. I mean, I think they had like almost 9 or 8 picks. So they came in they came in hot. They came in with they had on plan. Nothing changed from what they were going to do. They definitely focused on their core strengths, which was like DBs, and DBs has always been like something that the Eagles have always been good at, which I'm glad, because nobody throws over these guys, and it's always been like that for years. And I can say that, like, the line has always been good, the DBs have always been good. The linebackers is just one of those positions where they just kind of don't focus on, they don't invest much on. I'd say Devin White is probably like, but even then, Devin White is like, he's old. So it's like, what I don't know what it is. They just don't seem to invest on younger linebackers, or linebackers that are like really, really good that could last you a while. Like Devin White's on his way out. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, here with the first round picks out of Toledo, they brought in Keenan Mitchell, who's a really good corner, probably one of the best um I've seen coming out of this class as well. He did really good there in Toledo, and also showed some forth in the Senior Bowl. Surprised a lot of people and grabbed him at the 22nd pick. And then with their second pick, which was the trade from Chicago, i.e. Washington, Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean is going to be that versatile linebacker slash DB nose, or nose. Wow, that'd be interesting. Nickelback. He's gonna be everywhere because he could do it all. He's got that special type of talent. So it's gonna be interesting for IDP. I don't think that he's going to make an impact right away because of so all the talent that they have. Like you guys even have freaking Kelly Ringo from last year, and he was prospected very good, and you guys even traded up like to the third to get this guy. And he's still yet to get his time. So I mean, the Eagles have so many good talented DBs that if they wanted to, they can go all like sophomore rookie freaking DBs if they wanted to. They don't have to use Darius Slay or CJ Gardner Johnson. They don't have to. Maddox. They don't have to. They could go with Kelly Ringo, Sidney Brown, Reed Blankenship, Isaiah Rodgers, Keenan Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean, and let them build the chemistry and let them get better. They're good. But of course, that's not what we're going to see. Why? Because we have Darius. You're not going to bench Darius Slay. You're not going to bench Rodgers or Blankenship. They're just too good. I mean, but they could do that and let them build the chemistry around each other and play for the next 2-3 years and know each other's talents. They could do that if they wanted to, and they would be just fine. They have so many good talent there. Like it's amazing. What's up, Tua? Yo, popping in and out today. Got him at 12 wins. Looking like a pretty easy schedule. Could be a lot more. Take it easy. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna do the Eagles today. Then I'm gonna take off tomorrow, and then I'll see if I can go back Monday or Saturday. I think I'll do one episode on Saturday. So appreciate it, man. But then I'll see you Sunday morning for sure. So I appreciate coming in, giving me your wins as usual. So 12 wins. I got you locked in for 12. All right, cool. So moving on. Yeah, it's really that's their first two picks. Two corners who are pretty good, and one of them can play safety if he wanted to. So the third pick, they went Jalen Hunt out of Houston Christian, an edge runner. So adding another piece to that defensive line, which is already, with Bryce Huff there and Brandon Graham, it's already, established there. Not only to mention what they brought in last year, Milton Williams is probably another guy. They've been Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Like, these guys already kind of established themselves as the line. Like, yeah, they lost Fletcher Cox, but I think Jalen Carter is going to easily fill those shoes without a beat. Like, I think it's Fletcher Cox here, and then here comes in Jalen Carter. Like, just slides right in. I don't think that line's going to change talent-wise. Just with Jalen Carter there, that was probably one of the smartest picks they've made. So coming in with that. And then in the fourth round, they went with Will Shipley, Clemson, running back. I like this guy. I really do. And not to say that go get him in your fantasy leagues or anything. Just because I like a guy doesn't mean he's going to be anything good. Like, he's going to be like third or fourth on this roster. And I don't think he's going to start or get any crazy time playing, over, what we have Saquon and Kenneth Gainwell. I don't think he's going to outperform those two. I think Kenneth Gainwell is definitely going to be the number two. But again, like I said, just because I like a guy doesn't mean he's going to be fantasy relevant. I really liked him. He was really interesting to watch out of Clemson. But again, I've said this before. These running backs, two of them might be relevant in 2 years. 3 years, I doubt it, because the next 2 years of running backs are going to be so good compared to this class. So I'm not even worried about Brooks or Benson. They're going to be there for now. They're 1 or 2 years. And if they don't produce these 1 or 2 years, they're going to be done. I promise you that. So what's up, Alex? Alex also comes in with 12. Okay, so we have 2 12s. Okay. I have not looked at the schedule yet, but when we get to that schedule, we'll get there. I'll have you both in for 12. And then we'll add that to the chart and see if we can change with my vote. I don't think 12 is pretty high. Even if I went 8, it'll probably be the lowest. It'll be like, what, 9.5, 10? But I haven't looked at the schedule. I don't think I'll go 8, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so moving off to Will Shipley, they had 3 fifth rounders. Anaya Smith, a wide receiver, Texas A&M. Jeremiah Trotter, Clemson, bringing the kid back to his dad's team. What's crazy, and I've said this, linebackers have never been a sought-for team. Like, they've had really good linebackers, and they just let them go. They don't re-sign them. They don't ever do anything for them. Like, I don't know what it is with the linebackers there in this team. Like, they brought in Zach Bond out of freaking New Orleans. Like, what? Then you got Nakobe Dean, who should step it up. I think Nakobe Dean should step it up this year and actually be, and maybe Nolan Smith. Those two should step it up this year. I think they're going to be the next it wouldn't surprise me if Jeremiah Trotter, who also I fell in love with last year, and then as the year went on, last year's college, and then as the rookie process started going on, he started falling a little bit on my ranks. I started liking Peyton Wilson, Edrin Cooper, and Junior Colson a lot more. Jeremiah Trotter is too undersized. He's not as big as his dad. He's faster than his dad, but he doesn't play as big as him or as strong as him. So we'll see how it works out. He's more of that strong safety for me. Like he's that type of body, but a little bit bigger. Just we'll see how it plays out for him. But the linebackers here, Jeremiah Trotter is playing. There's a problem there. The rookie shouldn't be coming in. Like they have Nakobe Dean there, and they haven't even really utilized him. So what's really going on here in the linebacker situation? Only the Eagles know. I'm not entirely sure, but for Nakobe Dean, I think this year should be the year he steps up and actually becomes the leader there. Devin White there, kind of being there, can be interesting. Again, I'm not going to be like he's going to slide in and get like the freaking he's not going to come in and be like the automatic leader. I don't think. Like obviously with Jalen Carter there kind of being there, like he's just a big dude. I think Josh Sweat is kind of be their guy. Darius Slays should be their guy. Like any of those candidates could be the leader. I don't think Devin White's going to come in out of Tampa Bay just like automatically get that role. He's going to start, yes. But again, I think Nakobe Dean should step it up this year. I don't know what's going to happen there for again linebackers. Dude, I'm not repeating that, dude. Rewind it, man. What's up, dude? I'm not repeating what I just said. So yeah, that's Jeremiah Trotter. So good for him. I think it was just like an emotional pick right there. They're in the 5th round. They had so many of them. So Trevor Keegan, guard out of Michigan, should be interesting there. Johnny Wilson, wide receiver, Florida State, and then Dylan McMahon out of North Carolina State. It's another center. That guy's not going to replace freaking Jason Kelsey. It's just not going to happen. There's no way. The talent there, like Jason Kelsey, there is some large shoes to fill there. Large, and you could probably try and move one of your guards there to see if maybe that helps out, but that's not going to happen. So the line there. So here's the thing about the Eagles' history. Like I've always noticed that they've always had great DBs. They've always had a good line, both sides of the ball. Jason Kelsey's center role was a big part of it, and I don't think that they pretty much did anything to do it. Like it's that's such a detrimental piece to have on your line. If your center's garbage, your entire line can collapse because your guards are going to have to make up for that talent there for the big defensive tackle that's running up the middle. So, but overall, the other 4 guys, I think they're all right. They're not going to be like highly bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but it is going to probably be one of their worst lines in the last couple of years. Mailata's there, Dickerson, Jurgensen, like Jurgens is going to be that guy to basically fill those shoes, but he's not going to be Kelsey. That's just the way it is. Lane Johnson, very good, and Tyler Steen, and then Matt Hennessy out of Atlanta. So again, this line still good enough for Jalen Hurts to get the ball down. I would even say it's still good enough for even Kenny Pickett to get the ball downfield. But again, these receivers, you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Paris Campbell, they also brought in, and then Johnny Wilson they brought in, who's I think all these guys are going to be pretty much utilized. I think Dallas Goedert, CJ Uzomah's kind of lingering there as well, who's also just as talented, so I wouldn't even forget about him. So, but they don't really run a double tight, so I'm not too worried about how it's going to happen or how they're going to run it. Like I expect Dallas Goedert to have a bounce back year because last year he was just like gone and disappeared. It was just like, what the hell, guy? So, but again, running through, holy crap, Zion, you were just blowing up the chat. Nope, not gonna read all that, dude. No. Top 5, the O-line top 5. Yeah, I'll read that. Yeah. But yeah. So agree their center was a big port. Yeah, it was. And it was, Alex. You're not wrong, Alex. And here's the thing, like it's going to be a key piece there that I think that it's we'll see. I think the guards are going to have to make up for it, but I mean, uh, I don't know. So Eagles drafting for the future, I think, is a smart DB. No, yeah. So yeah, I talked about that. Like talked about the DBs coming in. It was always a big part of that. Like it's just like that's always been your strong suit. That's always been the main key piece there for the Eagles. The Eagles have always had a good line on both sides of the ball. And I would even say that they've always had a decent QB, always throwing the ball. Even in the Carson Wentz years, it wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad those years. Like he led you guys to Super Bowl. You guys had they were good. So it's never really been an issue. And then, with Barkley there being at a good standpoint, I think is going to be the best running back you have there. So it's going to be I think it's going to be pretty good here for them. And I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue for them to actually, you know, not lose. Like they're going to win this division. The Cowboys never seem to succeed towards the end. The Commanders are still kind of building. And the Giants, who knows what they do? Like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but it's so hard to tell sometimes. And then with the loss of Saquon, I love the fact that Saquon is there now. Like that is a big fu to the Giants. Like you didn't want to pay me, all right, I'll just go next door and play you guys twice. So, all right, moving on. All right, so obviously Jalen Hurts, who I mentioned before, I think is going to be a top 3 probably. Probably more likely top 5. The top 3 is going to cut it close, but I think top 3. Let me actually get the roster up. I don't know why I don't have that up yet. Sorry, guys. So I don't think that it's going to be an issue. Obviously, with Nick Sirianni starting to utilize his running backs in the last couple of years, which I like. Keenan Moore there. Vic Fangio is Vic Fangio is going to be like probably the main chess piece here. Vic Fangio's good. It has so much talent to work with right now that the defense right itself is going to be interesting to hear or to see what they do and how they utilize what they have. So yeah, I'm reading your chat, Zion, but Jesus, I'm reading. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I'm reading. I'm seeing what you're saying. I agree with most of it. I'm just not. I can't read all these at the same time, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, dude. All right, so like I said, Jalen Hurts probably top 5 easy, 100%. Saquon, like here's Saquon Barkley probably top 5 as well. Kenneth Gainwell's probably like. Hopefully they utilize him more. Like give Saquon the ball enough, but don't kill him either. You know what I mean? You got him for 3 years. And he's already 27 years old. The man's going to be 30 by the time. I'm so scared for 28-year-old running backs. I really am. Like the 28 seems like that'd be that dead year. Like 28 to 29, 30. They just seem to die off. Could this be Saquon? I don't know. This is the second team now. Finally, like I don't know what's going to happen. I do expect him to do have. This is probably going to be his best year. I would expect him to be the best performance he's ever had in his career this year. I would expect that because this is going to be a much better line that he's ever had in his entire career. So I'm excited for Saquon Barkley owners there in Dynasty. But again, no one's going to trade you crazy amount to go get him because he's also 27 years old. And it's going to be like, okay, well, after these 3 years, is he going to retire? He could continue to play. But again, there's that weird, like, look at the stats, guys. It just happens. During this time, running backs just lose their tread or something. I don't know what happens. They just die off, man. I don't understand. Did you hear that Barkley's daughter tell her that after finding out that Eagles so we're winning? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. So damn it. See, this is why. This is All right. So wide receivers: AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Paris Campbell. Again, probably a better receiver core than I've probably seen in a couple of years there for the Eagles. To be honest, like Paris Campbell should be a very good asset there as a number 3. Like the last couple slot receivers haven't really been really that good. It's always been 1 or 2 solid receivers and then a guy. 1 good receiver and then a guy, and then maybe another guy. But Dallas Goedert should be have a good bounce back year. I think this year he's gonna have a lot better year than he has in the past year. They're gonna have to use him more. They're going to have to use him more. But Jalen Hurts getting better and actually doing what he's supposed to do. Let's hope that the last 7 games doesn't, fall on your face again. Like I said earlier, like I don't know what happened, except for the fact that I think it was the defense, because I looked at that and I think it was probably the defense. The defense just freaking fell on their face. It was all offense. The offense couldn't handle it. The offense gets tired, guys. If the other team doesn't help out the other team, like if your defense doesn't help out the offense or the offense doesn't help out the defense, guess what? One of those teams are going to be gassed, and they can't do it every single game. So, the addition to what they brought in, I love it. I do. So, I think they have enough the right weapons on offense to get it done. So for dynasty purposes, obviously, it's going to be hard because all these guys are probably taken somewhere. You could probably get yourself Devontae Smith for a good 3rd or 2nd, maybe 2/3 in the 2nd and the 3rd, just because he's coming on that 4th year soon, and I don't know. Maybe you can swindle your way in, but I don't think people are going to trade AJ Brown because most people probably have AJ Brown are probably seeking out Hurts, or Hurts owners are probably seeking out AJ Brown because it's a very good stack to have. It's a very good stack to have, and if they don't have him, then well, I don't know what they've been doing because he's been there already a couple years now, so you might as well just try and get him. I don't know why you haven't tried and gotten him, but yeah, I would love to have that stack. So moving on from what this offense. Let's go to the defense. Let me catch up on these comments that Zion decided to just write a whole story about. Okay, yes, the defense. Yep. Okay, yes. Jalen Hurts needs to stay healthy, and he wasn't healthy last week. Well, yeah, but it wasn't even that. It was the freaking defense, though. Your defense just freaking fell off the freaking face of the earth. Your defense literally couldn't keep up. It was. They were. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even. It's an embarrassment. I don't even want to get into that. You went 10-1, and then you guys just fell on your face. I don't even want to get to that. All right, let's go to defense here. Milton Williams Milton Williams is going to be a very key piece here. If you don't know who he is, he's defensive end here. They drafted him in the 3rd round a few years ago. He should step it up because Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Bryce Huff are going to be the ones that are basically on the other side of that line. But I think with Milton Williams would be a big, solid step up for this line because Jalen Carter obviously is going to blow up the middle. I do expect him to just slide into Fletcher Cox's shoes without a beat. And I'm not even the guy should be Pro Bowler this year, if not soon, within this year or next year. If he's not, I'm going to be very surprised. Jalen Carter's that good. So, of this line, I think that Milton Williams should be the guy to step up here on this line to make a difference, to make that line a key full piece unit. Because otherwise, then you have just the 2 guys, and Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter can only do so much. They play alongside each other eventually, so I think with those guys, they can get it done, but it would be nice if Milton Williams can play the part and get himself involved more. So Zach Bond, I'm not even like, why this guy sucks. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but he sucks. Okay, I don't know why New Orleans the Eagles are using something that like Nakobe Dean has no competition with Zach Bond here. Nakobe Dean should step up and just outperform him easily. I didn't even know who Zach Bond was 2-3 years ago, and he's been in the league for almost 7 or 5, I believe. I can't even remember. But I didn't even know he was 2 years ago. I was like, who's this guy? Holy crap, he's a linebacker for New Orleans. But he's there for the Eagles now. Jeremiah Trotter could probably even beat him, and he just got there. So I'm not even worried about him. Oren Burks there under Devin White. Devin White should come in. Very good asset there. And then Josh Sweat being the other sideline with Nolan Smith. I think what I think the 3 key pieces it's going to be is going to be Devin White, Josh Sweat, and Nakobe Dean, with the addition of Nolan Smith, interchangeable with either the left or right side linebacker, depending on how they run, whatever Nick Fangio decides to do, because Nick Fangio is probably going to do some craziness back there. I don't even know what they might do. But the thing is, this linebacker core should have enough talent there to get it done. But again, I've said this multiple times. The Eagles just do not really invest that big on linebacker. Why? I don't know why. Go ask them, because that is linebackers just they just let him go, because you're White you had there for a little bit and gone. Like, they didn't even bother trying to even save him, like, to keep him there. I just don't think that it's going to be like DBs. 100% you guys invested. The line, 100% you guys invest in. So we'll see what happens. As for the edge runners there, like, they might have these linebackers line up at edge, because the fact that they run an interesting defense with the 3-4, as you're even saying there. So Zion here running a 3-4. Yeah, so no, yeah, I agree. I honestly think Nakobe Dean should step up more. Just because I think that he was, also, like, yeah, he was a third rounder, but when he played with Georgia, there, like, he was over Nolan Smith. And Nolan Smith, yeah, he's a first rounder. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. They have the talent. And yeah, you're right. This is probably the first year they actually have to. Yeah, I agree. I agree there. I just don't think that. I don't know why they don't invest on them. Like, bringing in Devin White on his last leg there could be interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if he's the 4th linebacker under Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, and Josh Sweat. And then Devin White being the 4th guy. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't. He's old, and age kind of takes a toll. But as for the DBs, holy crap, man! Just play around with these guys. You have so much talent there. Eli Ricks, Kelly Ringo, Keon Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean could be basically everywhere. Cooper DeJean can be basically everywhere, and I like him a lot. But I don't think that they're going to utilize him as much. They could, but they have Reed Blankenship, Isaiah Rodgers, Avonte Maddox, who they just brought back, or C.J. Gardner-Johnson, they just brought back. Avonte Maddox just signed. Sidney Brown, Kelly Ringo, like, these guys. And like I said earlier, like, if they wanted to, they don't have to play these older guys, Garner Johnson and freaking Darius Slay. They don't have to. They don't want to. They could go all young if they wanted to, and the talent would still be there. These guys can work together as and build their chemistry together, their work out their strengths. But these guys are too good to bench them. Like, CJ's too good. Darius Slay's obviously too good. They brought him back. Obviously, that's his home. That's where he belongs. So it is what it is. But I do expect, I don't think these guys are going to get thrown on. Ain't no way. I don't think these guys are going to get thrown on. There's no way that I see them, freaking 400 or 500, even 300 yards a game. Like, I don't think QB is going to get that much on them. These DPs are very, very good. And I like what they brought in. I like what they have. I like basically that their DBs, I can say it's always been a strong suit for them. Like, even go back in the years, they've always had good DBs, and that's always been the Eagles for you. So that's always good. So yeah. So with all that being said, as for Dynasty on the defensive side, am I investing? I think Reed Blankenship should be a guy you could probably go after. He's still young. He's still something that he's going to be there for a while. Like, even though they're bringing in more talent, I think he's still going to be involved. He's probably going to be the most involved out of all these guys, being on the field more. Because the rest are strong safeties and corners that are so good that they can change. But Blankenship, like, Garner's good, but he's not going to outdo Blankenship. And a lot of people probably aren't looking at Blankenship as like this key piece on the Eagles DBs. They're probably not. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking at IDP, like you probably, throw an offer and you probably could get it. So I don't think it's going to be that much of a hard deal to swindle, to be honest. So Zion coming in, synergy wise, the Eagles defense fits better now as a 3-4 and now the offense only things worries about will be more being pass heavy, running back wise. Okay. We're moving on defense. Quit bringing up offense. What are you doing? We're moving on. But yeah, so I think I'm not worried about this defense. I'm not. There's no way in hell that I'm going to say that they don't make top 10. That's too easy. Top 5, probably, because this line's good. This DB's good. The core, the linebacker core is freaking good for the first time in a while. That it wouldn't surprise me that if they make top 5. And I hope that they go further into the playoffs than they did last year, because holy crap, that sucked. That sucked. Cheese is going to be other starting safety if they want, but Blankenship is cheaper to get. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it'll be that hard to get Blankenship, because all these other DBs have like a name to them that is special. But I think that if Blankenship, if he's probably not that, he's probably the least popular one there. But I think if in your IDP, you could probably grab him. You can do pretty decent with him, and he's probably one of the better ones if you ask me. Well, maybe if I wasn't okay, no. All right. One, I took 2 weeks off. I had to, and no. I can't. I like Zion. Look, I appreciate it, but like it's just like been in and out of hospital, and that's why I had to take 2 weeks off. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. I haven't really even talked to anybody about anything about really much. So having you on was like probably last on my list, my guy. And I'm really sorry if that sounds bad, but no, it was just too much going on. I couldn't even I had to take some time off. I'm coming back slowly with the Eagles as first episode. I'm probably not gonna do an episode tomorrow, and then I'd probably do one Saturday or maybe Monday. I'll probably come back Monday for sure. Probably come back to these and get these done. They will get done before the offseason. I got plenty of time. I don't have that many teams left. So yeah. But let's see. Going on. Okay, so defense, offense covered that. Shut up, dude. Yeah. You're good, man. All right. So let's all right. So let's see. I had Tua coming in for 12. Let's go to the records. Tua coming in for 12. Alex also agreed with 12. Let's take care of the schedule and then add to our records. Where are you at? Where's the schedule? Bam, there you are. Okay. So first time we're traveling to Brazil. It's going to be Green Bay, September 6th. Should be the opening game too. There it is. Apparently they're not allowed to wear green, which is interesting. Like they could wear green for the game, but I guess they can't wear green around like the hotel area or anything like that, which is kind of like, okay, well, that's kind of hard. that's going to be very hard. The fact that you're a green team, so I don't know, they're going to wear black. I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah, let's see here. So let's go with this. Let's go with this. Green Bay in Brazil. I think that's gonna be a win. Here you can travel, then you go away to. Then there's a big. No, hold on. I'm reading this wrong. So you got week 1 Green Bay, and in Brazil. Jet lag. Both teams are gonna have jet lag. Doesn't even matter. But I think the talent there's gonna be Eagles. Then you go. Then you have You host Monday Night Football with Atlanta. I think that's also going to be another win. So I don't think you guys are going to lose to the Saints, Buccaneers. I think you take care of that entire division before the first freaking week. Or the first, yeah, you just dominate NFC North right there. The Browns, I think, are going to give you trouble, and I think you might lose to them. I think that defense is just established. Can't win them all, maybe. I mean, that could be a win there. I think quarterback situation there in Cleveland and running back situation. No, you guys take that one too. Giants easy win. Bengals. That would be an interesting one. The Bengals. Week 8 at Cincinnati, October 27th. I don't like that you guys have a bye week 5. That sucks because these end games are going to be difficult, and I don't think you guys win all of them. I'm not putting 17-0 Zion. Give me something more realistic. Ain't no way you're giving 17-0. There's no way. Give me something more realistic. I'm not putting. I told everyone if you come in here on your team and you give me 17-0, I'm not doing it. I told everyone that. You're not that special. Nobody. I told Tua when he did his Dolphins, not doing that. I told Derpy when he did his Steelers, not doing it. Give me something more realistic. Ain't no way you're gonna do 17, and don't give me 16-1 either. Let's see. You guys probably win Browns, win Giants, you win. I'll give you that win to the Bengals. Give you the win to the Bengals. Give you a win to the Jets. Cowboys here. This is the team that might give you your first loss, and just because I feel like the Cowboys are good, they have one of the best pass rushing freaking teams in the league, and if Dak is still hot fire with CeeDee Lamb and I think this is going to be the team here, but I think you guys lose in Dallas there. I think that's going to be a loss there. I think you guys split with Dallas. So, which probably means you win their week 17 with them. But I think that's your first loss there. Washington, I'm not too worried about. They're still developing. Although I wouldn't sleep on them in the next couple of years. I think they're creating something special there. So, and they always give the in division games a run for their money. So, it wouldn't surprise me if Washington turns things around here in the next couple of years. LA Rams here. This is I don't know. I don't know what to do with these guys. The Rams could be very good, but yet if injuries happen, they could be really bad. And I think that they have one of the top offenses in the game. But I think the Eagles are slightly better. And not by much. That's going to be an interesting game to watch. And that's in LA. That is going to be a fun game to watch. Okay. Then we're moving on to December 1st, week 13. You go to Baltimore. That's a loss. Sorry, I think that's a loss. I think they have a pretty decent defense there to cover the talent that you guys are bringing in for offense. But I think what's lacking here for the Eagles is the defense here, that it's still pretty young. That I think that this offense here, the Baltimore Ravens, can handle what Vic Fangio brings in. So I'm going to say you guys lose there. So that's going to be a second loss there. Panthers, you win. Steelers is going to be an interesting one too. Steelers is going to be an interesting one there too. Then a lot is going to be riding on Russ. If Russ can pull, damn. See, what's crazy is I think that Russ will probably lose his job to Fields, and Fields is actually show what he used to do in Ohio. And that defense is really good. I want to say you lose there. That could be the third loss. That could be the third one. That's going to be an interesting one too. Washington, I guess you sweep. And then here's with the Dallas, you win. And then New York Giants, I'm not even worried about. Not even worried about Giants. I don't think the Giants have what it takes. I don't think it's going to be. But these These teams, I don't know. Cincinnati might be one of those teams too, man. Cincinnati might be one of those teams. So Philadelphia, I'm not too sure what to do with you guys. I want to say it's going to be probably 3 to 4 losses. But it's still enough high of record to actually continue to go into playoffs. You get yourself a Super Bowl and get you guys the first seed. So if I'm going to give you 3 losses, which would be the Steelers, the Ravens, and probably the boys when you travel there. Nah, I'm going to play Cincinnati too. I'm going to say Cincinnati, you lose there too. 4 losses. I think I'm going to go 13 and 4 here. Yeah, I'm going to go with 13 and 4. Yeah, all right. So, all right, let me look at Zion's paragraphs here. We split with Dallas. We won our division. She is going 15-2 to 17-0, and I'm not saying that because I'm a fan. But if they collapse a bit, they say 14 or 13. That's usually have a bad year. I see us I see us pot losing Dallas Jags, Ravens, maybe the Bengals or Steelers. Okay, so you're kind of thinking the same teams as me. So, but Eagles for some reason, my man beats teams are really good. So we could be. See, this is why I have ignored most. Like, I would be reading your freaking comments all damn episode, and I wouldn't even do the episode, Zion. I wouldn't even be able to do the episode because I'd be just reading your freaking comments the entire time. I knew this was gonna happen. As soon as I did the Eagles, you would come in here and just blow the chat up. So yeah. But I can't see us losing to both Bengals and Ravens. Why not? Why not? Eagles this year, the last few years have beaten winning teams. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm gonna say 13 and 4. 13 and 4, 14 and 13, or 14 and 3 is probably what I'm looking at. Just realistically, I don't think you guys are gonna go that far. I mean, you guys freaking plummeted like out of nowhere last year, and that is the reason why I think it could happen again. I think that's gonna happen. I don't like not so crazy. Like you guys went 10 and 1 and just on your faces, just like that. You told me lose all the confidence in what the hell you guys are gonna finish. You guys can't finish. I don't know what the hell that was. But I'm gonna go 13 and 4. I'm gonna go 13 and 4. Got 13 and 4. Zion is saying 14 and 3. He said, "Let's meet at 4." So what are you saying? I'm gonna give you 14. I'll go 13, and then with the 2 12s that I had from earlier from Alex and two. I mean that's still a good freaking average. I think that's probably the highest team we've had so far right now. Let's see here. That's not. So you got a 14, and then the 2 12s. Oops. All right, let's go there. Let's bring up the board here. Lightning doesn't strike twice. I don't think it's going to be as bad. Eagles won't collapse, or I'll buy you a jersey of your choice. Interesting you say that. But I don't think they're like, I agree with you there. So that already just kind of just washed itself right there, right? I don't think it's going to collapse either. I don't see that thing happen again because that'd be really freaking weird. But if you guys lose your last 7 games again or whatever, it's like how and why? Because it'll be a why purpose, not a how. Because last year was a how the hell that happened. This year it'd be like, why are you guys doing this to yourselves? Okay, let's go. What'd I say? 14, you're 14, my 13, 2 is 12, Alex is 12. 12 and a half. I'll give you 12.5. That's the average, and I'm okay with that as the highest team we've had. Now, like I said, I think that was going to be the highest team we've had. Let's go with 12.5. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think that's a really good thing compared to what we've had in the past. I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. That's a Jags color. The frick is a 10. Let's go with the old green. And then outline. White. Let's go with old school Eagles colors. Randall Cunningham years. Put them at 12.5, which is easily the highest team we've had, because the highest team we had was 11, and that was the Jets, if Aaron Rodgers was going to be healthy. So, Eagles, overall, what can I say? You guys are very young. You guys are very talented. You guys can go far, and you can soar far. That being said, Philadelphia, and as usual, as I say, like every team motto and every team that today's we're doing the Eagles, and tomorrow, who the hell are we doing tomorrow? We doing tomorrow? I forgot what we're doing tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Probably Saturday, Sunday. I'm doing the Jags. I'm doing the Jags next. The latest Monday. I'm gonna probably do the Jags Monday, the latest, but I'll try and do it Saturday morning, just to add another team to the book. So I'll probably do the Jags tomorrow. Go Jacksonville. See what Tila and them bring to the house, and we'll go over them, doing the rookies there. But I'm not reading the rest of your comments, man. They're probably going to be biased to Eagles, and holy crap, I'm not doing that. So, Jesus, man, leave me alone. I love you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, so Eagles, like I said, very young, very talented. Do I expect Jalen Hurts to win a Super Bowl in this uniform? I absolutely do. If he doesn't, I'd be very surprised and very shocked. There's probably going to be a money issue or some type of contract later in the year. But I do think that the Eagles have what it takes. Don't let it happen again. That's all I got to say. The defense this year is way better. Yeah, you lost Jason Kelce. Kind of sucks. But I still think that overall that the Eagles can make it happen. I mean, it's only going to be a few teams that you got to hit the roadblocks. Once playoff comes around, if you guys get the first seed, it should be easy. Do I expect the Eagles to win a Super Bowl this year? I kind of do. I kind of low-key do. And I don't say that often about certain teams. But this year, for some reason, I feel like they have what it takes. So, with that being said, Philadelphia Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If not, well, you're probably a Dallas Cowboy fan or Giants fan or Washington Commanders fan. But hey, I already covered your guys' team. And if not, Cowboys, I'm going to do your team eventually. So, get over it. Because I do all the teams. We have a few more teams left on both sides of the divisions. Eventually, we're going to do the one giant bracket. So that should be fun. We're pretty accurate here in Dynasty Pylon. I'll probably bring in the other guys for that one on Wednesday night. But we'll see what happens, because I am going to revisit some of these teams towards the beginning of it. But I kind of like where we're sitting here for some of these. I really do. Yeah, I said this thing. I say it with every team tomorrow, and then when I do the Cowboys, I'm gonna take a dump on the Eagles. So get over it, Zion. It just happens. This is the Eagles episode. If I go to another team, it's gonna be pro that team. Listen, newbie, you've been here for what? Less than a month. You'll learn. You'll learn. All right. Yeah. So you'll learn, man. You'll learn. But overall, like I said, Eagles, you have what it takes. Good luck rest of the season. Hopefully injuries don't bar you. What's gonna hurt you is that bye week. That's really what's gonna hurt you. That bye week at week 5 is not gonna be nice. It's too early, and I think that early bye weeks hurt teams. And I'm a firm believer on that, because you don't have that rest period at week 8 to 11. You don't have that middle ground there. You don't have that nice resting area where you guys can take a break. It's just week after week after week, getting banged up, healing from players, guys coming back, giving high fives in and out of the emergency room because someone's broken this week, and last week there was another broke. So it's a week 5 bye sucks, but hey, it's we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 12.5 is not bad. It's still the highest one we've done in this entire freaking team. So that's pretty impressive because I even gave him a 13. So it is what it is. Guys, I'll see you on Sunday for sure. That's a promise. Sunday for sure. And we'll talk about whatever the hell that we have scheduled for that week. Saturday, maybe Jaguars. If not, probably Monday. So I'll probably go back to 1 or 2 teams a week or a day, starting Monday. I had to do the Eagles, and then tomorrow I've noticed I don't work on Fridays. Just don't do them. I just don't do them. I don't like doing Fridays. I don't know why. I haven't done one yet, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Good morning, good evening, night. This is Dynasty Pylon, covering the Eagles, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Love every single one of you guys. Also, we're going to hit 400 here pretty soon. We're going to do that jersey giveaway. We are going to put that video out for you guys. If you're listening on Spotify, I'm sorry, but go over to the YouTube channel. Go check it out. It'll be a 400 jersey. Wow. Holy crap. No, I did it again. It'll be a 400th subscriber jersey giveaway video, which will probably be no longer than 5 minutes. You'll have to do like a keyword in order to enter the drawing. And then once you're in the drawing, we'll have some type of weird game, probably marbles like I did last time or something. We'll do something. All right. And then we'll go from there. And then it's going to be number 7 this year. So if that's your favorite number, I suggest to go get it. If it's not your favorite number, well, then skip it and just wait till 8. Either get into a league that we're going to do, or wait till we hit 500 and try and get number 8. I don't know, but we're doing one every 100. So that's just what we're doing here. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys Sunday for sure. Later.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. When I watch me on the